for those of you guys popping into this training, we first of all have some just titans in the solar industry on. So thank you so much, Mr. Rhino and Ryan Park and Ryan Tong for kind of helping setting this up. Realistically, natural integration, vertical integration, everything that we do. This amazing company, Powur, just got kicked off in Hawaii. And, you know, we always vet everything. And that's why it's taken a little bit of time, because we just wanted to vet it out, make sure that, you know, they have the right principles and everything is in perfect alignment. And I do believe it is. You guys sell roofs, you guys sell homes. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that as far as helping, and fiduciary. If you can help clients save money, it's actually in your fiduciary responsibility to do so. So that's kind of where this natural alignment and partnership with these gentlemen kind of takes place, and where we wanted to share it with you guys, because you're selling homes, you're getting electric bills. It's one of those things where I also wanted to set it up to where it's going to be, we create the systems, the policies and SOPs to where like it should be not any thought process to you all, and you're doing something and setting something up to where you push it through the system and kind of get paid. There's a little bit more that goes into that, but that's ultimately, you know, if this was a super labor intensive, you know, where it's going to be a 6-month certification for you guys to do this, and you're going to be on roofs installing solar, I probably wouldn't have brought it into our COLLAB. But it's a little bit that we're going to go over. We'll have time for questions. But I think that is it. Ryan and Rhino, thank you for your time. And
Absolutely.
the show is yours, my friends.
All right. Aloha, everyone. I'm just going to share my screen. We'll get in to this presentation here. Get it up. First off, my name is Rhino Irwin. Like Travis alluded to, I've been in the solar industry for over a decade. My company, I own a company called Hawaii Unified Industries, and we are the largest Hawaii-based commercial industrial solar company. And in 2019, we made a big focus on the residential market. And then when COVID hit, that really accelerated that plan. So we are one of the largest residential companies as well for solar in Hawaii. And in doing so, learning all about the residential market, I identified some of the things that were, different compared to the commercial, particularly the commissions that were paid out to the solar pros that were closing deals. And what we noticed is that the commission rates are extremely high, higher than pretty much any other industry that we are aware of. It boils down to about 15% of the gross sale for commissions. And what I don't want to really say bothered me, but intrigued me was that, you know, all this commissions were going to a very, very small handful of people here in Hawaii, what we would refer to as solar sales pros or solar consultants. There's probably literally less than 100 of them in the island. I'd probably even closer to the number of 50. Especially good ones. And a lot of the ones that were here are actually coming from the mainland. They were based in the mainland. They would come to Hawaii for like a blitz, and then they would blitz right out of here with the cash. So what we wanted to do is find a way, how do we keep this money here, share that big pie amongst more of the community in Hawaii, and create a structure that more people can participate. And the way that I saw it working best is by referrals. The best business, solar companies, not only in Hawaii, but across the nation, have really been built off of referrals because that's kind of proof in the pudding of doing good work and providing a good product and value. And so we started to build out a structure here locally, put a nice chunk of money into trying to figure out how we can, incentivize people to bring referrals and make it worth their while so they're very motivated, and then also recruit others to do the same. What became a challenge is, how do we track all that? How do we make sure commissions are paid out accurately? And so in our pursuit of tackling that challenge, I found a company while looking for software to do it called Powur. And Powur, a San Diego-based company, had been in business for 9 years already, but really kind of mastered this structure in 2019. And they put millions of dollars into the platform. And what you guys will see is, what's interesting about Powur is they are an industry disruptor. Just as like EXP has been to the real estate industry, being a platform-based company, Powur's the same for solar. And let me just see if I can get this up. I think what all you guys can see right now is a little tiny slide on the screen. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, let me just try and get this. How about that?
I think you just got to zoom in. Oh, there we go. That's good.
Yeah.
Now
All right.
good.
So yeah. So one of the fortunate things, and we'll touch on it more, is through our relationship with Powur. What's been great is, I pursued them for about a year to get them to come to Hawaii, and they really just were not interested at the time. They had their hands full with a number of other markets: Florida, Puerto Rico, New York, so on. And so, they didn't really want to tackle Hawaii because they had smart people in their executive team that had already been part of a Hawaii expansion through Sunrun. And they knew the challenges that were, inherent challenges that come with Hawaii, the logistics, but more so the culture. And they didn't want to come into Hawaii half-heartedly and, do what some of the other companies have done in the past, where, they come and they exploit the opportunity, piss off the locals, and then, leave a bad taste in everyone's mouth. So, they knew when they came into Hawaii that they wanted to do it right. They wanted to make sure they had the right partners in place. And it took me literally about 9 months to get a meeting with the CEO. And upon my meeting with him, I shared with him my company's history and how we approach Hawaii, how we're involved in the community, what we're doing for the community now through my wife's nonprofit and supporting this transition to clean energy. And through that process, they said, yeah, let's do it. I think we got the right partner. Timing is good. Let's go. So that was in September of last year. So from then till now, we've been putting the infrastructure in place to launch this platform. So that's what I want to introduce you to now. This is the Go Local. So it's Powur, but one of the things that we did establish with Powur is that we will have our own Hawaii team, which is referred to as Go Local Powur. And so that's how anyone can differentiate Powur on the mainland versus Go Local Powur, which is here in Hawaii. So what is Powur? So Powur is not your traditional solar company. However, they do install a lot of solar, but what first and foremost, Powur is a platform. And what the platform does is it provides an opportunity for the customer to save 10 to 50% on their energy costs, utilizing zero down financing options. The customer can be eligible for the 30% investment tax credit for solar, as well as the Hawaii tax credit, which starts at $5,000, and depending on how large a system can go up in multiples of 5, all the way up $25,000, $30,000, depending the size of the system. And of course, solar, I think, got kind of shadowed out during the 2020 and 2022 real estate boom, but it does increase the value of the home. And the statistics that we're seeing through Zillow, and some of the real estate, trackers, is that a home with solar will actually sell 20 to 40% faster than a home without solar in a what you would call a normalized real estate market. And of course, you're doing it all by using clean energy, transitioning away from fossil fuels, which we'll talk about the importance of that, especially here in Hawaii. So how big is this opportunity? Well, the good thing about Powur is even if you're based here in Hawaii, you actually have the opportunity to leverage the entire platform across 23 other states in the United States. So first we'll look at it on a nationwide basis. There's 130 million single family homes across the United States. And out of that, 90 million are considered eligible for solar. So what is the qualifier there is if the home is in a market where the utility prices are high enough, or the incentives are good enough for solar to be a viable and cost-effective replacement for the utility. So 90 million of homes fall under that category. And out of that 90 million, less than 4% have gone solar at this point. So that's about 87 million eligible households across the United States. We're not talking about any households that are going to continue to be built over the next 5 to 10 years. That's what today's market looks like. And it's not because the technology is not embraced or it's too new. Actually, we're just right at the beginning of this wave. In 2021, someone went solar every single minute. So this thing is just taking off. The wave is just, forming, and it's going to be cresting, and, it's a great time to ride it because there is going to be a major clean energy transition. It's part of our administration's big push. In fact, there was the IRA bill, the Inflation Reduction Act bill that was passed last year. In that bill, over $200 billion of it was set aside for clean energy initiatives. So that's where these incentives are coming from. Not only does it make sense, you know, for the environment, but the financial sense is right there with it. So let's talk about Hawaii for a minute. Hawaii is very unique because we actually have a more mature clean energy market because our electricity rates have been high for a long time. And so solar really became viable in Hawaii before any other place. 30% of our population has gone solar already. Now we'll talk about why that's not really a reason to look at it. The market is too small because 30% of all of our sales right now are actually people that have already gone solar. What they're doing is they've realized that the system that they bought 10 years ago is now not enough, producing not enough energy for them, and it doesn't provide battery backup. So a lot of our customers are calling us. They already have solar, proven technology. They've seen the savings on their bill. They want some more solar and they want to add a battery. So that opens that market up for us. Across Hawaii, we have 560,000 single family homes. And we're talking about single family homes right now because those are really like what we call the low hanging fruit in solar. We kind of touched on, you know, the townhomes and things like that are a little more challenging. So we're just going to focus on single family right now. And what we've experienced in our market, I'm sure you yourselves and anyone you know has at some point complained about opening that HECO bill because energy costs have gone up through HECO 63% since January 2021 and 30% since September of last year. So everyone's feeling the pinch from HECO on the raising rates. And one of the big drivers of that, which is kind of a little known fact, there's two of them, 70% of Hawaii's energy still comes from petroleum. So I know there's a lot of debate on global warming or climate change, but I think the one thing that none of us here can dispute is pollution, right? So when we're burning fossil fuels, the pollution is going into the air. Fortunately for us in Hawaii, that pollution is usually blown out by the trade winds, but that doesn't change the fact that we're producing it here and it's going out into the earth and it is affecting other people. So what this clean energy transition does is it makes clean energy, which we're not polluting. Now, another thing about the 70% of the petroleum that we're using, 50% of all the oil that was being imported in from Russia was coming to Hawaii. So this is why when we saw, you know, what's happened in the oil industry and the spikes in oil because of the Russia crisis and just overall OPEC controlling the supply, our rates all exploded. So what solar does is it allows us to control our costs. And that's so important because it's like having a bad landlord. You know, it's like, I'm sure as real estate agents, you're telling people, why do you want to continue to rent when you can buy? Why do you want to have a landlord that can raise your rent whenever they please without your permission? And that's the same thing with utility energy, right? They're your landlord when it comes to energy. They tell you how much you're going to have to pay next month, whether you like it or not. So what clean energy does, it's like buying a home. It gives you control. It gives you a fixed cost. Looking at the usage of energy for here in Hawaii, the average home uses 700 kilowatt hours per month. Now, looking at what the dollar value of that, the average kilowatt price right now is about 41 cents. So the average electric bill is approximately between $300 and $350. Now, that average also takes into account, you know, smaller homes, townhomes, and things like that. So a lot of the bills that we're seeing are upwards of $400 or $500, some even exceeding $1,000. So a lot of incentive there to move to clean energy. What does this represent an opportunity? As we make this clean energy transition over the next 5 to 10 years, as these 560,000 homes go solar, and I'm telling you folks, it's not a matter of if they're going to go solar, it's a matter of when and with who. There's going to be $3 billion of commissions that are on the table to be had here. And what you're going to love about this platform is you're going to be able to access that money, and a big piece of it by just utilizing the platform. You don't have to become a solar pro. You can do exactly what you're doing today. In fact, your business is going to complement it so much because these homeowners, they already trust you, right? They've trusted you with the most important investment that they've made in their life in buying a new home. Now, this could be the second most important investment that they make is taking control of their energy costs. So it's like, it's a natural fit. I mean, I hate to dumb it down to peanut butter and jelly, but that's really what it is for real estate agents in this platform, especially EXP, because you guys know the power of a platform-based industry, and that's exactly what Powur is. So looking at that, this is why Powur is winning across the country. Looking at old styles of industry, Kmart versus a platform, Amazon, taxi versus Uber, Marriott versus Airbnb, Blockbuster versus Netflix. I think Ryan Tong's the only guy I know that still has a Netflix card in his pocket. So who can guess what it would be down here in this last one here? I actually don't have it in, but there is a natural fit right here on the bottom, and that's like Prudential versus EXP, right? That's the transition from a traditional style industry that we've seen in the past being completely disrupted by a platform-based company like EXP. That's the same thing that's happening here with Powur. So what Powur does is it provides independent sellers with a certified training all in the background to become a solar expert, but you don't have to become a solar expert. There's actually 3 levels of education. And what we recommend for real estate agents is simply getting the Tier 1 certification, which is what we'll talk about here shortly. It provides the homeowners with access to affordable and custom solar system solutions. And I do say custom because it's important. This is not a kit. People don't want a kit. People that buy kits, they either get a system that's too big or too small. And that's one of the biggest things that we see in the industry is people are unhappy with their solar investment because one of 2 things. Either they went into a contract that had a low monthly payment, but they didn't get enough solar. They were misled. They thought, oh, this payment looks low, but then they've got still a very sizable HECO bill. So they really didn't get the full value of the system. Or they got someone that was, working with a naive homeowner and they oversold them. They maxed out their house with way more panels than they can use. Great. They've got a small, they've got the minimum $25 a month HECO bill. However, they've got way more solar than they need. So it's really about designing it properly. And this is what the platform does, is we have professional designers that are producing these designs to make sure that it's sized correctly for the homeowner and they're getting the best value and the best savings. And then the platform brings the best quality equipment, that's panels, inverters, and batteries, and financing to the table. We're able to leverage the national buying power that Powur has. There's lots of Powur puns, guys, here, because just the name, it's the inherent nature of this. So yeah, Powur allows us to have access to that, which is critical, especially in the supply chain issues that we've had and rising costs across the board. By bringing Powur to Hawaii, we're able as a company to access equipment 10 to 15% less than we were prior to making this partnership with Powur. So that is what that allows us to do, is provide the homeowners a better value for the system at a better cost, not compromising quality, and also not compromising the seller's commissions. So we're not, taking a bite out of your piece to, give them a better product. We're actually just getting a better way to source it and pass that value on to them. And then the installation. So here in Hawaii, Hawaii Unified is the installer for Powur, and we will be bringing on some additional solar installers as they're vetted. We have solar installers that are jumping on the platform as well because they're seeing all the benefits on, getting access to this equipment and the platform itself. And so what they're doing is any sales that they make organically within their organization, they have the right to install. And then Powur vets those installations to make sure that they're meeting their quality standards and they've been underwritten by them. And at some point, they'll be able to access the additional jobs that are coming through the platform. This is just a great thing. And of course, this is always hits home to you folks. People ask us, is this like network marketing, MLM? No, it's not. It's direct marketing. And when you look up the definition of direct marketing inside ChatGPT, which I thought is a great unbiased source, Direct marketing is a powerful tool for organizations that wish to sell or distribute their products or services. By communicating directly with prospective buyers, companies can take full control of the customer experience, enhance brand loyalty, and collect valuable customer data that can be used to optimize the customer's journey. And that's exactly what the platform does. And it creates a person-to-person relationship. So there's not a bunch of middlemen in. We don't have distributors and things to deal with. It just makes this direct relationship that makes it more cost effective for everybody that's in the process and a smoother customer experience. So again, why Powur is winning? They have a transparent cost of goods model, which means they show exactly what the equipment costs. As a seller, you have access to the equipment at Powur's cost. This is what is a huge disruptor, because typically a solar company would put a markup on the equipment and then put a markup on the labor and then put a markup on the job. Now, the way it works with Powur is they say, hey, we're going to provide you all the best equipment at our prices, but that's the starting point. That's the cost of goods. And then they make a fully customized solution, which we talked about, using the best equipment, utilizing the buying power. You also get a 30-year warranty with the system, which is unheard of in the industry. It's typically 25 anywhere else. And they also have a referral program, which we can touch on, that would be a benefit for your customers as the homeowners to utilize as well. So how do you make money on the platform? Well, here's hitting home the point about real estate agents. There's a number of real estate agents that are getting onto this quickly because, again, it's complementary to their existing industry and business. 48% of the people on the platform have zero solar experience. That means they've never sold solar before. They have no prior education in it. They're able to get on the platform and effectively in about 8 to 12 hours of online learning, basically Solar 101 and how to use the platform, you're able to get what's called a Tier 1 certification. As a Tier 1 certified agent, we'll say here, you can bring an opportunity to the platform and qualify for commission. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. With this platform, your opportunity is tremendous because everything that you need to have this business, accessory business, tools are right here. So all the marketing assets, the virtual proposal tools, the online back office, all the presentation materials, a full training and knowledge base. I'm sure very similar to what EXP has, like just a huge library and wealth of information. And, you know, Ryan here, my colleague, I didn't get a chance to introduce him. We jumped into it, but he's got over 20 years of solar experience. One of the most well-versed, educated, experienced guys in the industry, actually was part of the pivotal tool in his original company that he was a founder of, being acquired by Sunrun. He will tell you, just like Ryan, if you could just pipe in real quick and about what you think of this university and the knowledge base in the platform.
I mean, it's 20 years plus coming. I mean, it just the onboarding process and being able to get someone that doesn't have solar experience to a place where they can be comfortable talking about solar can happen in a few days, right? Where it would take weeks and one-on-one training from managers. And so being able to leverage what Powur has is, it's why you're seeing such a velocity and acceleration and what we can do here. So yeah, it's industry best, and it's great to be a part of it.
Yeah, and then looking at the marketing, I mean, you're able to just basically plug and play any of the marketing materials into your social media. You can send out links to your homeowners that you've already have the relationships with, and we'll show you here real quick how easy it is to leverage your relationships that you've already built over the years in your industry. I'm going to accelerate this so you don't have to watch everything. But how do you make money on the platform? And let's just get down to what you're really interested in. How do you supplement your income as a real estate agent utilizing Powur? So the way that Powur works, I touched on it a little bit. It uses what's called a cost of goods sold model. So effectively, all the costs associated with building the system is completely transparent. And then as the seller, you're able to put on additional gross profit above and beyond the cost. That gross profit, the average gross profit per job, runs about $10,000. As a seller, you get 70% of that with each sale, or $7,000 in this case. All right. Now, where it becomes very interesting, especially for real estate agents, is this partnered sales model. So like we said, you could go into the platform, you complete about 8 to 12 hours of education, Solar 101, how to use the platform. And once you have that certification, you get what's called Tier 1 certified. Once you're Tier 1 certified, you can simply submit an opportunity. What that means is put in the name, the address, and upload the utility bill. And once that's in there, that becomes your opportunity. And then you qualify for 50% of the commission. So in this case, if we're talking about 70% of the gross profit being $7,000, 50% for simply bringing that opportunity into the platform would qualify for about $3,500 of commission. And then a solar pro like Ryan Park or myself, or anyone that's gone through all the educational training and has had their deals vetted and their sales process vetted by Powur, would take that electric bill, form it into a proposal, make sure the system is designed correctly, present it to the homeowner. And it's like literally solar is an IQ test. I mean, once we show them like, here's what you're paying right now to your utility, by utilizing our zero down financing, you're able to save 10 to 20% and fix your costs for the next 25 years, as opposed to looking at what we've tracked as a 14% annual increase over the last, 10 or 15 years, Ryan?
15 years from 2007 to current. Average annual increase on electric rates for HECO territory has been over 14%. If it continues at that clip in just 7 more years, we'll be over $1 a kilowatt hour. So those people that are currently paying on average $300 a month for 700 kilowatt hours will be paying $700 a month in just 7 years. Where solar, you could lock it in. So yeah, it's runaway inflation on HECO currently.
Yeah, so it essentially, just like in your industry, it's getting people into a fixed cost, mortgage for the next 25 years, 30 years. It's the same thing with solar. It's really a no-brainer. It is an asset. Okay, so so once that value proposition has been presented to the homeowner, they decide to move forward. It's all hands off from there for the Tier 1 agent. Powur fully takes over the workflow and the project management from that point on, and commissions begin to get paid out in 2 milestones: 1 after the signing, and then 2 at the installation of the system. All right, so that's the partnered sales model. There's also an additional revenue share model. Revenue share, you folks at EXP are extremely familiar with this. Effectively, what it is as you bring in other people onto the platform, and any of the sales opportunities that they bring into the platform, you'll be able to benefit from as well. And then there's a finance rebate. What the finance rebate is, it's totally a disruptor, new to the industry for anyone that's been in the solar industry. Because the platform is doing such a high volume amount of finance loans, the finance companies are providing essentially like a finder's fee or origination fee that's paid to Powur. Powur turns right around and gives that back to the sellers. So again, this would be an additional $600 to $800 if the homeowner utilizes one of the preferred financiers on the platform. They don't have to. They can go to a local bank or a credit union, HELOC, anything like that. But if they do choose to use one of the financiers that's eligible for this rebate, they'll split that rebate between whoever brought the opportunity and who closed it. And then additionally, last but not least, and I love talking with EXP people because you guys know the power of stock options. You've seen it firsthand. Many millionaires have been made, from what I understand, at EXP simply from the stocks. So Powur is the same thing. It's providing stock options. It is a private company now. However, they do have plans to go public in the next 3 to 4 years. So it's a great time to start bringing these opportunities and getting these stock options. So here's just a review of the Tier 1 certification. Again, this is what I recommend to agents. Keep your eyes on the ball on what you're doing. Leverage your existing client base where you've built the trust. All you need to do is simply go back, check in with those customers like you want to do anyways, have that customer touch, right? And ask them like, hey, how's the new home going? I noticed did you get solar yet? No, we didn't get solar. Oh, wow. Well, actually our company at the Ferris team at EXP, we've partnered with a a great solar provider. It's a platform company like EXP, where we're able to just see if we can save you any money and help you, save some costs on your overheads for running your home. If you want to give me a copy of your bill, we can do a free energy savings analysis. I'll submit it, and then what they'll do is they'll get back to see if there's any opportunity for you to save some money without having to put any money out of your pocket. You simply get that bill, you submit it to the platform, you tag a pro like Ryan Park or myself, and we'll introduce you to who the pros are. Travis will help guide that for you, and then basically you earn that half a commission, which averages $3,500. It's as simple as that, really. So there are 2 other certifications to do that you can do. I don't even really recommend it because it does take a lot more time. If you want to close your own deals, that is an opportunity. But from our standpoint, about 85% of the people that are going onto the platform and making money on the platform just maintain a tier 1 level, which seems to be the most effective, just focusing on bringing the opportunities to the platform. Again, world-class training. So that tier 1 certification, very simple to obtain. You go into the knowledge base, into the university, all the material is right there. It's on demand. So it's not like you have to show up for scheduled classes or anything like that. You just go through the materials, and at the end of the reading sections and the videos, there's a small quiz to take. I believe it's like 20 questions. You got to get about a 90% success rate on the quiz. And once you do that, you move on to the next segment. Takes about 6 hours if you have some basic knowledge of solar, 12 hours if you're starting new. Just to give you a real world example, my mother-in-law, 0 experience, took her about 12 hours to get through it. But
I think you can do it in an hour as well, I think.
If you're Ryan Tong, that is correct. Yeah. We have to quiz him afterwards on his retention rate. So and this is just a snapshot of the company and why it is exploding. So you see there in 2019, they have been in business for over 9 years, but in 2019 is when they moved to this revenue share model, utilizing this tier 1 certification and shared commissions. So in 2020, it immediately had its effect, $96 million in revenue. The growth continued to explode. 2021, 187 million. And then in 2023, 330 million. They set their forecasts, 2022, 330 million. They set their forecasts in 2023 for 500 million. Ryan Park has some very close friends that are up high in the organization at the COO level. Maybe Ryan, would you mind sharing a little bit on how things are going at Powur for 2023?
Ironically, during the Zoom, I've been texting with Ethan. So my good friend Ethan Miller is the COO there, and one of the main reasons I'm sitting here at this table too to bring this here to Hawaii. And they've already cleared $500 million. They actually met their entire stretch goal sales projections for the entire year of 2023 in April. That's how fast. What they thought they would sell for all of 2023, they achieved by April. So that's the power of a platform, right? So good times ahead.
And literally we are 1 week into having this platform in Hawaii, folks. So like this is the very beginning of the wave. So thanks to Ferris team for giving us the time in the beginning to go through and vet this. And I love that you guys got started and saw the value in partnering with us to bring this opportunity to supplement your agent's opportunity income here.
And then the other thing that we'll just need, because we're actually majority here is Hawaii, but we do have Colorado as well. So we just, I know natural integration and just guidance on that as far as like the T3s and stuff. And that'll, again, this is a process. So this is step 1 for us.
Yeah. And I mean, the platform, again, it's all about the platform. They make it super simple. No matter where you are, if it's one of the 23 states where Powur sells solar, you do the same process. You upload the bill and you tag a tier 3. We'll provide the preferred tier 3s that for you guys to work with that we have already vetted. However, there is opportunities to choose others as well. But you want to kind of keep it in the family, right? So yeah, that's what we want to do.
Let me just comment on that for Colorado, though, right? So what Rhino is speaking to is here in Hawaii, we have a very clear lock on our local team. As far as Colorado's concerned, within that platform, you can just literally select on that state. When you put in that information and you say, assign a tier 3, you can have Powur pair you by all different types of search parameters, or we can early on, someone could literally just reach out to me, because I do know quite a few folks within this platform in different regions that are the all-stars. And I could also get some intel knowledge. Like I helped Ryan Tong with that, with someone in California, actually. And so we could go that way, but Powur makes it really easy to pair you with professionals. There's ratings on people and their experience before you, give your hard-earned customer lead to someone else to handle.
Yeah, and I believe the Ferris team is going to keep it in the EXP family there.
Great. Yeah.
Great organization. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. I recommend that. It's right. Doing business with people, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And so, this is just, about the company. That's Jonathan Budd, the gentleman, has become a dear friend that I met about 9 months ago to get this party started in Hawaii. Definitely visionary. He created a public benefit corporation out of Powur. So they are controlled and ruled by public benefit corporation guidelines. So it's basically putting the benefits of the earth and the community over profits. And what we love about that is this company sets to go public. Those parameters stay intact despite being a public company. Again, 87 million eligible homes across the United States, 570 million in Hawaii. That doesn't account any new construction. That doesn't account selling solar to the existing people that already have solar. Here's the platform price. It's $99 one-time onboarding fee, $85 a month. What deal we've worked out with the Ferris team is they're going to be able to offer this to you guys at an extremely discounted rate. I'll let Travis work with you on that, but this is what it is for outside people. But by being part of the Ferris EXP team, you guys are getting a definite opportunity where you'll be able to not have to pay this one-time boarding fee, and the cost on the monthly will be significantly less. So kudos to the Ferris team for picking that up. Yeah. So yes, the time is to leverage now. I would like to give an exclusive invite to the Ferris team on July 8th. We're going to have our official launch party at Waikai in Eva Beach. Right now on Eventbrite, the tickets to the public, they're not public. They won't go public yet until about 2 weeks from now, about a week and a half before the event. The tickets are $100. If you're in the Go Local Powur Ohana, it's $60. However, with our partnership with Ferris, we are offering a free ticket to anyone that is on the Ferris team to come down. Food and drinks are provided. It's going to be exactly that. It's going to be a Powur party. So we look forward to seeing you all there and kicking this off. Any questions?
Can you share about the 90-day exclusive that we have with Go Local Powur?
Yeah, so we're in that right now. So effectively what it is we have a window of time. It has been not officially defined of when we are able to sell projects in Hawaii prior to the rest of the platform coming in and selling. If anyone in the platform on the mainland has opportunities that they already have friends or family out here, they can tag us to close them. And what we're launching right now with Powur is a Hawaii specific certification program that has to be gone through before they can start selling into Hawaii. So that program is based on the principles of Aloha, as well as our unique market as far as the technology and how systems are designed and built in Hawaii. So we are in this period of time where we have exclusivity in the market. So we definitely want to take advantage of that. What Powur wanted us to do is to build out the Hawaii team effectively prior to opening it up, the floodgates to anyone else. So that's why they've given us this ability to make a specific Go Local Powur team. Go Local Powur, we are the only organization that in the company where we're able to use the Powur name in our team name and our Hawaii name with POWUR. So that's how the customers in Hawaii will be able to differentiate once it does open the platform to the rest of the organization between who the locals are and who the outside, mainland organizations are. However, I do want to include, because the Ferris team is coming in under Go Local Powur, the team that is in Colorado will be able to work with us through Hawaii. So that's another benefit through the Ferris team that we're able to provide by being on the Go Local Powur team.
Hey, Ryan, can I just also interject too that, the beautiful thing about Powur's platform is you're not stuck to one locality. And even like when we're talking about the tier threes, the one beautiful thing about Hawaii is we're ahead of a lot of the other states in that we were forced out of net metering several years ago. And so our solar professionals here and Rhino's group are extremely experienced already working with battery solutions. California in many parts has just been forced in that direction. And so they're having to learn it. But the Rhino's tier 3 team is qualified along with Ryan Park to be able to close in any of these power states. You don't need a closer physically located, for example, Travis, in Colorado. Once in the knowledge base on Powur's side, they share the net metering policies and situation for each individual state. And that's also built into understanding what utility company that customer is tied to when you're doing the proposal. And so all of those factors are pulled into the proposal, and so Rhino's group can literally close in any of these states, including Colorado. So we can keep it all in-house and all on one team and in one place that we can quality control everything and do it in these multiple states. So I just wanted to kind of stress that point. We don't have to find someone that's physically located there.
Good point.
Oh, one other thing too, speaking to real estate agents, because my background is the same as Travis, been in the real estate space for 20 years. The beautiful thing about what Rhino shared with you and why tier 1 is such an attractive thing to people in our space is because literally you're getting half of the commission for providing the referral. Imagine in real estate representing a buyer, and all you had to do is turn over the buyer's information and just some basic information to the agent that's going to help them, and then that agent would turn around, put the buyer in their car, take them out, showing them the houses, put them in the contract, run the entire escrow process all the way to close, and then give you 50% of the commission and basically doing a majority of the work. That's the beauty about what the opportunity here is on Powur's platform. Just by grabbing an electric bill, uploading on the platform, and then tagging the solar professional, they run with it and do all the work, and we get literally half the commission. It almost is a no-brainer in that we don't need to go become a solar professional and try and keep the other half. We make more money just by doing our real estate and being in front of the homeowners and then introducing them to the solar professional and to the Powur platform. And that's how we can make a very lucrative income stream, as well as the rev share aspect of it.
For sure. And again, it's that's why I said it's such a beautiful thing, because we're in contact with it, and it's just a way to essentially capitalize on ancillary businesses. So I mean, when you actually look at other people and building out different streams of income, it's a different stream of income that literally, like, IQ test, no brainer, like everything goes into it. So zero pressure for you guys. Like I said, I mean, in our COLLAB channel, like, we see that like there's solar referrals. I have it comes across, from time to time. So you can either sign up and great, capitalize it on, or not, and zero pressure as well for you guys. So if you guys are interested in capitalizing on the opportunity, ping Marina and me, and we'll get you guys all situated. But if not, again, zero pressure. It's just it's another way to kind of capitalize on what you guys are already doing. So again, ping Marina and myself, and we'll get you guys all kind of squared away. So questions for you guys?
And then
Maurice.
Travis, just so you know, there are EXP agents right now on the platform, especially in California, killing it, making tens of thousands of dollars a month just in side income doing this along with their real estate business.
For sure. Yep. 100%. So, all right, guys, ping us if you guys need anything, if you have questions or want more information. Other than that, super appreciative for you guys' time popping in, just sharing with us kind of the platform and the basics of solar again, and how much things have kind of just skyrocketed. So We'll get you guys all the recording. Ryan, Rhino, we'll make sure you guys have it, and then agents as well. If you guys want the recording or anything like that, just ping us and we'll make sure you have it.
Awesome. And then Travis Marina, if you guys want to send me a list of invites to the party, we'd love to see you there. It's gonna be an awesome time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good.